Hey everyone, it's Saturday, September 9th, just after lunch. Today I read in the news that Hurricane Irma is, just about to hit Florida, but actually it's striking right now a country I used to live in. I spent grades 8, 9, and 10 in the Bahamas, in Nassau was the city, and while I was there I went through a Hurricane Michelle, and I guess I just understand how scary these things are, and it's a real risk that people can lose their lives. And I guess Hurricane Irma is the most powerful hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic Ocean. And so I hope everyone's safe down there, and I hope that people in Florida are safe. I think it's going to hit tomorrow or Sunday night or whatever. Anyway, I just want to talk to you briefly about neuroplasticity and why I think it's such a cool idea. I think it's just understanding what it is and what it means for myself as a learner and other people as learners and just individuals and humans. I think it's key, absolutely key. Basically, I'll just kind of give you a quick rundown. Neuroplasticity, when you do something, anything, right? If you navigate traffic in your car or play guitar, backwards crossovers in hockey, reading books, writing essays, English class, accounting 30 or something, you're activating, every time you do that, you're activating the different parts of your brain that are responsible for doing that action. The interesting thing though, and this is what we've just only started to learn with neuroscience in the last 20 years or whatever, is that every time you do that, every time you activate that little connection in your brain, so every time you do a backwards crossover, or every time you play a chord, or every time you finish the latest chapter in your book or whatever, your brain actually strengthens a little bit between those two connections. It's strengthened and deepened every time you do it. So this means that every time you practice Japanese, for instance, say, your brain not only learn a couple more words, but your brain actually gets better at learning Japanese. That your brain actually, that area of the brain responsible for that becomes stronger, deeper, and that connection becomes better. I think this has huge ramifications for all sorts of things. I mean, talk about school, talk about learning, right? But what we have to realize though, moving forward, is that it's not about what you don't know. You have to think about how much you have to learn and see it as an opportunity and try to get excited. You have to understand that, and I guess this is the key part, is that you have to learn how to learn. That learning is a skill, just like riding your bike or triple sow cows and figure skating. Someone please tell me what that actually is. But you have to actually get better at learning to become a better learner, but that your brain is also capable of that. So every time you practice studying, or every time you practice thinking critically, which I want you in my class to be doing all the time, every time you do it, it gets a little bit easier. And so every time you do it, you get a little bit better at it, you get a little bit smarter, and over time you create those connections that make you, this is the power of English and social sciences, is that it makes you a better, deeper thinking person. It makes you more willing and able to engage positively with the world around you. I think that's the heart and soul of what it means to be good at English. So neuroplasticity is that your brain, when you do something, actually your brain grows in those areas and you actually become better at doing it just by practice. So you theoretically, throughout your entire life, you might never stop learning. And that's that. It's been about 4 minutes, and I hope that wasn't too long. I hope that made sense. Thanks, everyone.